I'm doing this video today because we had a lot of response to our email that went out last week about newsletters and the services we provide regarding newsletters. So I thought this was the easiest way for me to reach out to you and give you a sample of the types of newsletters that we do and a little bit of an overview as to how that works and how we do that. So this is the video. It's nothing fancy. I'm just quickly recording my screen to give you a quick overview so that you can see some of the newsletters. We're going to start with our print newsletters, and this is a newsletter that we do on a bi-monthly basis for one of our clients. I do recommend sending a print newsletter at least quarterly. I'd love for you to be able to send it monthly if your budget allows, but at the very minimum, you want to be getting into your clients' prospects and referral sources mailboxes. Don't just depend on electronic delivery. Many people are very busy and their inboxes become very full. So we want to reach people in different ways. We want to reach them, of course, electronically, through their email, through social media, but we never want to forget to be getting things in the mail too. So many people aren't doing that anymore, so it really stands out. So this is the sample newsletter. We do a 4-page newsletter that is a self-mailer. What that means is you don't have to put it in an envelope and pay extra additional cost for that. So it's a self-mailer that's tabbed and a label put on it or a pre-printed address. So 4 pages. The feature article always relates to the practice area of the practice. So Darlene's an estate and elder law attorney, so of course that is the focus of her newsletter. We like to talk about things that are going on within the firm. She's going to be doing a client review seminar, more articles that relate to the practice area, but possibly have another twist to them. We also do a thanking of referrals, and this is done in different ways for different clients. Sometimes it's the full name, sometimes it's just an initial with a last name, or a first name with an initial. It all just depends on your ethical rules of your state, so we always want to keep that in mind. And then we do like to focus any events that are coming up. Sometimes we'll even put a flyer inside the newsletter to promote those events so they really stand out. And this is something that's super important that we do in all of our newsletters, both electronic and print, is this note from the attorney. It's really important to be connecting with your clients, prospects, and referral sources on a personal level. They want to get to know you, and sometimes lawyers are scary, and this is a way to show your personality, share what you're willing to share about your personal life, your kids' vacations, and it really jumps out. So many times our clients tell us that their prospects are coming in and meeting them and saying, wow, I feel like I already know you. So this makes a huge difference, and I want to encourage you, whether we're doing your newsletter or someone else, or you're doing it yourself, to be sure to include those personal notes. So I'm going to grab a little sip. My throat is hoarse today. All right, so let's jump over and look at a couple of other samples of print newsletters. Some we do custom content for. Others we use templates. So this is another that is a custom content that we create, and it's based upon, what the lawyer wants to include in the newsletter. This is more of a templated newsletter that we have available, and we do make these available even in a custom way where you can customize it. So in other words, we can deliver these and they're just a template that you can fill in. So we have various options available, which is why Michelle may have already reached out to you and said, hey, can we schedule a call? Because it's really based upon the pricing for these services is really based upon what your needs are going to be. So here's that same template, but in a color format. Again, we do it in a grayscale. We do it in a color format because, of course, your printing costs are going to be different. So depending on your needs, we can make it however you'd like it. All right, so that is the samples of print newsletters. Keep them simple, keep them with good content that people want to read, and consistently get them out. That's the key. Okay, so now we're going to jump into some of our e-zines, our electronic newsletters. And let's see if we can pull this up. Great. So this is an electronic newsletter that we send out. Again, you'll notice that there is a note from the attorney, personal note. Okay, and then there's some articles that go into the different practice areas that Gary practices in. So that's what we're doing there, right? Just consistently getting valuable information out to your client base, your prospects, your referral sources. Again, here's the note, simple template, good content, goes out consistently. Here is another one. Now this one is more custom. You see her template's a little bit designed a little bit with more details on it. It's got a sidebar and things like that. So it's a little more content that we're providing to her. Again, it's all about what you want for your firm and what your budget looks like. So we can work with you to make this affordable and start somewhere, and we can always build up from there. So this is Darlene's. Again, we've got testimonials built in here. We've got recommendations in here. We've got links to her upcoming seminars. So lots of different ways that we can get the electronic newsletter set up and working for you. Again, it's going to depend also on whether or not you have software already set up that you're communicating with your clients on, that you're able to send these emails. Do we need to help you get that set up? We can certainly do it. But it's something we need to discuss to see what your needs are. And then, of course, here's another template just showing you that they can all be different. They can all be laid out differently. We can include different types of content. You can see that Heather here, we highlight different resources that she has on her website that are available for download. So everybody wants it a little bit different, and that's great. That's what makes you and your firm unique. It's what makes you stand out from other people in your area. It's part of your unique selling proposition for why people want to work with you. Want to help show your uniqueness through a newsletter, through a print newsletter. So your next step, if this is something you're interested in getting started, is to simply email help@legalmarketingmaven.com, and Michelle will get a time for us to talk. Not a long conversation, maybe 15 to 30 minutes, so we can see what it is you need and how we can help get these going for you. Have a great afternoon or day, whatever time of day this is that you're watching, and I hope to hear from you soon. Bye-bye now.